So 80,000 ancient 14-year-old Bitcoin moved. Then the question, Cedric, is who is it and why now?
There's been a lot of guessing, and I think it's kind of I think it's a little petty for us to be guessing, but I'm like a sponge. I heard a lot of people. Somebody said that it was 99.9% Roger Ver. I think that's possible that Roger still has a lot of his wealth in Bitcoin.
Sure.
Mandrick even tweeted online, and he wouldn't be surprised. But we have no real proof. Some people said maybe this was Elon Musk buying it on the private market.
What is the status on Roger's court case with the IRS?
I don't know what his status is. I think he's still fighting probably for his life to be extradited.
Or would this be a move to liquidate to pay taxes? And
see, that's also the coins moved, but they didn't go to an exchange. This could literally
went to another
address. Could be a security upgrade,
right?
A wallet 100%. Upgrade.
Yeah, it could be a nothing.
Multi-sig wasn't around.
For sure.
Certain security measures weren't around.
Yeah.
So this could just be a move. Something else I saw that was very interesting. Two things. One is
no, that's a great point. That could be happening because you get these reports all the time. But if you have that many coins and you're looking around in the world at the $5 rent attacks that are happening, you'd be like, yeah, let's upgrade this shit immediately.
Sure. Yeah.
I'd be moving stuff as well.
Yeah. Two other things I thought were very notable. The wallets that the coins moved from, I believe all were created on Jack Dorsey's father's birthday. So that was interesting. That's a different rabbit hole. But I thought the more notable date here was that this happened on July 4th. So was this a call to freedom or to action of some sort? So was the move made on July 4th to signify something? That to me was very interesting that it happened on July 4th.
So the wallet was created on Jack Dorsey's dad's birthday.
Yeah, like several of the wallets. I think 8 of the wallets that the coins
all created on that day.
Yes.
And then all moved on 4th of July.
Yes.
All wallets simultaneously.
14 years later.
Wow.
It appears to be a miner's wallet, but we really don't know. I think we should jump to the next topic. Elon signals that his new America party will embrace Bitcoin. Paul, is Elon Musk a Bitcoin ally now?
I can't. I have no idea. I can't trust the guy.
I wouldn't trust him.
I don't know, man. I've always had a hard time trusting Elon because he blows like the wind too. He was 100% hardcore Bitcoin, and then he went down the Doge rabbit hole. He does things like, I'm for freedom and free choice, and then he's freaking wants to stick chips in people's brains.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think about this guy. I've always been impressed by him. I've never trusted him. I'm not sure if he really runs all his companies because I don't understand how one human can run this many companies so successfully. Possible. So I don't know. I could say he's a spook. I could say he's part of this whole agenda. I could say that the Trump Elon rift is all a setup. I have no idea. But just because, but he does own Bitcoin, or Tesla owns Bitcoin. They sold part of it. They have the rest of it. They have something like 10,000 coins. I think he understands the value of Bitcoin. I think he's pissed off that he didn't create it. I think that's the bottom line, right? Probably more than anything, is that he tried to do something like this with PayPal and it didn't work, and then Bitcoin was created.
Well, you bring up PayPal, and he was at PayPal, like you said, and then very early on, the government, I think, told PayPal they can't accept Bitcoin. And so I would think that, it had to be come on his radar then.
Yeah.
For someone, he said the other day, fiat is hopeless, yet he has 38 billion on the balance sheet of Tesla. So,
good point.
It's up and down with him. I think we'll do the next one.
The bull run. So look at, and I don't even know who this was, but there's a lot of people out there just basically saying the bull run has just begun.
Yeah.
Right. But some people think it's just starting, but do you think it's actually over?
I think it's possible it's over. I do. I tend to think what I want. So I'm still optimistic. I'm going to admit that bias. And I still think we're at the beginning.
Yeah.
But I think it's quite possible, and I have to
Right.
think. I think as Bitcoiners, we should be thinking about our threat vector, and one threat vector is your balance sheet, and you should be prepared for not to have the liquidity at higher prices that you're hoping for.
I think we also have a little bit of PTSD from the last bull market.
Totally.
And we made this minor new high and then it collapsed. But I had a conversation today with British Hodl and Nico, and they are in the same position. Like, it could go either way. Maybe we like scratch a new high, hit 120, and it's over.
Yep.
Or we could rip to 500.
Totally.
And all the news and all the metrics would point towards, why are we not at 200, 300 now when there's just like massive Bitcoin buys?
Yeah.
And the news is so bullish. So it's I don't know. It's hard to say. This is a weird cycle.
If the bull run starts after they lay all the groundwork for stable coins, does that benefit the United States government and the amount of treasuries they could sell?
Yes.
To have the bull run start after they lay all that groundwork. That's been my running thesis.
Me too.
That doesn't mean it's right. I wouldn't do any betting on that. But
I mean, if we really get this acquisitions coming, like, so they say that July 22nd there's going to be an announcement, or Bo Hines was saying this, Matthew Pines has been saying this. July 22nd there's going to be some sort of announcement of what our plan is to accumulate Bitcoin. So if that comes to fruition, that comes after the approval of the Genius Act. That kind of aligns with that thinking that they wanted to get the stablecoin legislation in position so that they could drive Bitcoin to drive treasury purchases, right, and treasury bill purchases. And so this all could be playing out. This could just been this 7-month delay where traders are accumulating before we get the run.
And if you overlay this on 2017, I mean, we could still see a very fall and even a continuation into the spring of a bull run to 1 to 2 million in a weird scenario. Well,
that's the next question, right? Once we get to wherever we get in this top, do we have a 75, 85% collapse again? Or is this something different now, where the accumulation just keeps happening? So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Next topic.
Interesting.
This is the one big beautiful act passes in the U.S. Senate without the Bitcoin tax amendment, which we talked about and we're very hopeful for last week. Did they blow it here? Did the Senate blow it?
I mean, it would have been great if they got it through. I'm not some political analyst, so I have no idea what goes into why things make it in or don't. If they just ran out of time, if it was too much to ask for. But what I've been hearing from Senator Lummis and others is that they're going to continue this push, right? They're going to continue to fight for this. I think I heard Matthew Pines talk a little bit about this. I think he was saying something to the effect that whenever you're dealing with changes to the IRS code, it's hard to get these things done quickly.
I don't know if I buy that.
I don't know either.
I mean, they just get rid of taxes on tips whenever they want.
True,
and they can writ large say student loans don't need to be repaid.
Right.
So
maybe they want to make sure that they want to make sure the stable coin stays in the POS system.
Yeah, I think it's also they don't want Bitcoin treated like money, and they're not going to go give out $300 tax free to Bitcoiners just yet, because they could have fit anything in that bill.
It's so
ridiculous. That's so de minimis in terms of what we're talking about.
Right.
So it just says they don't want that beachhead. That's I mean, that's a real firm no.
Yeah, I think you're
right. And
I
think a lot of the political campaigning around Bitcoin has just been to raise money more than to do these things per se. I don't know if these things are going to happen. I mean, talk about July 22nd, something's going to happen. We didn't get the audit of Fort Knox. We didn't get the audit of Bitcoin yet. So, we're no longer allowed to talk about Epstein.
Now the rumor is at the Epstein files is because Trump is holding them hostage.
Yeah, for his own power play.
Own
Bullshit.
Power play.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Yeah, they missed him in Bunker Hill with the pew pew shots, and now like they let him have all the files they want. Don't want him to have. Right. And he's going around telling everyone not to talk about it, as if that's the big master plan to lull them to sleep. All right, we gotta move on.
The PayPal. So I don't necessarily agree with this, but supposedly the PayPal mafia is the most influential architect of modern data.
Well, all right. Well,
Do you agree with this?
I think there's something here, and I think what I was really, kind of getting at here when I asked Francis to include this topic was Mark Goodwin had this tweet. So this says Peter Thiel never quite made it as a macro trader, right? And then you zoom out, he literally dollarized the internet with PayPal. And I think that's the point. Like PayPal really played a major role in bringing, I think, the dollar to the internet. And
yeah, I guess.
It's sort of like
I barely used it. I used PayPal to process credit card payments.
Right.
It's like it wasn't really a digital currency of any.
Not a currency, but
it was like the very first Stripe.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
so I think, and then look at the people that came out of PayPal, though. So now let's look at the mafia part of it. Reid Hoffman, he founded LinkedIn. So that's literally your professional identity.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, tracking all that.
Right.
And then there's Peter Thiel, Palantir.
Yeah, no
he,
doubt.
He gave the first $500,000 to Facebook. So now you have like social identity. And you have Musk, who owns Twitter now. So it's like you've literally like all social conversation and debate.
Yep.
These guys have their hooks in every single online persona data set.
Yeah, for sure. The mafia is.
Yeah. So I think it's
wanted to say crime syndicate. That almost came out of my mouth, but probably not. Yeah, no, they are definitely powerful, but I don't equate that with PayPal being powerful is my issue.
Sure. Yeah, no, not PayPal, but the people that came out of it and just what they laid, even with, I think, the evolution of PayPal.